I can ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, chop.
Do you want to type something in? See. So welcome, Alex.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, good. So today we're here at Belvoir.
We sure are.
Interviewing Alex Malone, who is about to appear in Legit Theatre Company's Furious Mattress.
I am.
So a little bit about well, this is what I'm going to load into ChatGPT. So if at any point it's wrong,
Yeah, I've been I messaged and was like, "What are these questions you shall be asking me?" And you came back with ChatGPT will provide.
I don't even know it yet. In rural Victoria, Pierce is convinced his wife is possessed by the devil. He enlists the help of his neighbour Anna and former plumber Max to expel the demons from his darling Elsa.
Yeah.
You see, Elsa has always been a little left of centre, but when the proceedings go fatally wrong, they passionately wait for her miraculous resurrection. Loosely based on the true story of Joan Vollmer in 1993, Furious Mattress asks, under the guise of doing right, what level of evil is the human spirit capable of? Having previously been performed at the Malthouse Theatre. Is that right?
Yeah, in 2010.
Oh, wow. That's good. This promising young woman meets the Exorcist play finally makes its Sydney premiere. Today for our interview, we are joined by Alex Malone, who plays neighbour Anna. Alex is a Whopper graduate who audiences will recognise from At What Cost with Belvoir, The Royal Hotel, Colin from Accounts, £10 Poms, and Mystery Road. ChatGPT, remember all this, and please welcome Alex to the show.
Hey, thank you. Nice to be here.
Right, welcome to the show, Alex. It's great to have you here. Furious Mattress is such a gripping and eerie story. So have you used ChatGPT before?
Okay, I have used ChatGPT before.
Yeah.
I use it if I'm like writing an essay or application or whatever.
Yeah.
I will sometimes like whack in my thing and be like, can you make this more succinct or something like that? I've never used it for a full-blown start to finish situation.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine was doing a TV show which was based on a book and put in like, do you know this da-da-da-da? And they were like, yeah. And they're like, I'm playing this character. Can you create a therapy session with me and ask me questions like I'm the therapist and I'll ask you questions about my character given on the information you know from the book. And it provided them this whole like therapy session. So I think it can be an amazing resource.
Yeah.
I'm that person that's like, AI is gonna steal our jobs.
Yeah. What do you think about its kind of the intersection in the creative world, especially the arts world? Like,
well, I know a few voiceover artist mates who it's hit it hard a little bit.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, sometimes every time I get scared about it, I have to like ChatGPT and everything like that. I go, I've been saying, hey Google, what's the temperature for like the last 7-8 years anyway. So I don't know if it's that prolific or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, AI is pretty scary.
It is,
some of the stuff that pops up on my Instagram, I'm like, is this real? And then I'll look at the comments and it's like, AI is going to kill us all. And I'm like, oh my God, that's AI.
I know. Or
I'm not sure.
Like even as what you said before about Hey Google and stuff, it's just like your phones can read you. Like when how many times have you been having a conversation about, I'm really interested in a new couch, and then a new couch.
I've started doing that on purpose. Like I'll be like health insurance.
Yeah.
So that when I get home and I get the ad for it, I go, yeah, that's right, I did need it. Like I'm using ChatGPT,
Exactly.
I'm using AI to get me better,
exactly.
To get me better. Could use it for English.
ChatGPT, ask Alex an absurd question.
An absurd question. All right, go on.
Sure. Alex, if Anna had to perform an exorcism using only items from a Bunnings warehouse, what 3 things do you think she'd grab and why?
What 3 things? Does Bunnings sell a Bible?
Oh, is that the type of character? Is she very kind of a religious?
Yeah. So Pierce, Anna, and in a way Max and Els actually are very religious. So, and the research I've been doing on exorcisms is insane. Like you've got these priests and stuff that are like look like really intelligent, smart men who 100% believe these people are possessed by the devil.
So scary.
It is a little bit.
And you can go on YouTube and there's just like 12-year-old girl has exorcism performed.
I know.
Like,
and as someone who doesn't believe in God, I'm looking at it going, this chick just needs to go to drama class.
Yeah,
this chick needs to go to acting school and just roll around the floor and make all these,
Yeah.
This person just needs an outlet or needs to go run through the forest wild. And
Is that kind of the mess? Like what I'm gauging from the kind of summary of it is that it's kind of a reflection on my take is it's like these women who aren't allowed to be kind of messy or like have any outlet.
Totally. It's like the witches, right?
Yeah.
Like the witch burnings and all that. You're like, yeah, like not many men were burned at the stake, weren't they? Because they were all fine, you know? It is that, a lot. But I was watching quite a few docos on exorcisms, and there are a few men involved in it as well, and some of them are just like, like you're watching this footage of them having these exorcisms and you're like, dude, like I think you need to go get like a diagnosis or something. Like I think you got schizophrenia or something. But, like and in the real life story, Joan did have schizophrenia. So you go, well, no wonder if you didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But sorry, 3 questions. Three things. I just went on an absolute tangent.
From Bunnings Warehouse.
Bunnings Warehouse. Oh, a hat. She'd love a hat. She's definitely a sun hat sort of woman. Does a lot, like, you know, they're in the country. Bunnings. I don't want to give too much of the show away by like saying like, she has this great speech about exorcisms can be done anywhere, like on a bed, on a chair, in the garden. So maybe like a pot plant or 2.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely a gardener.
Yeah.
That's not in the script. That's not even in the play. I'm just totally giving you like a little backstory. And a hammer. But that's going to be a little come see the show while you need that.
Okay. Interesting. I'm intrigued.
I'll look.
Sweet. Okay.
Bunnings Warehouse.
Well, I guess it must have heard rural Victoria and was like very strange.
They're all, and the house that it happens in, that's based off the real house that did the real life exorcism happened in. I don't know why I did that. The real life exorcism happened in. We're in a country town of Antwerp, which is, you know, quite rural.
Yeah.
So, I guess the ChatGPT is smarter than...
I know.
It's already learning so much.
Jeez. ChatGPT, ask Alex an insightful question.
An insightful question. I'm not
serious.
Someone said Alex Malone. Insightful would be the last word that would go next to it.
Sweet. Of course. Alex, Furious Mattress explores the fine line between conviction and delusion. As it doesn't apparently
ChatGPT reckons so it must be true, right?
As an actor, how do you navigate portraying a character like Anna, who is drawn into this moral and psychological chaos while keeping her grounded in truth?
Oh, good question, ChatGPT. It is that thing of playing a character that's the baddie, which I play a lot. It is that thing of people do things because they fully believe they should.
Yeah.
Give or take. And I think in playing someone like Anna, who's morally quite ambiguous and a lot of people would say not a good person on paper, but I always find that you've just got to ground it in truth. It's always, and like it's even used the word grounded in truth. Oh my God. You've just got to ground the truth. So yeah, like it's that thing of like, I'm doing this awful thing because I 100% with conviction believe why I'm doing it or why it needs to be done. Whether those intentions are good or not, morally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always find when playing baddies, that it's that thing of like, the reason I'm doing this is because there's no other way I can. And I think when you see someone play a role that's so evil but you understand why they're doing it, it's so great.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because we're all flawed. We all do things that we know we shouldn't have done. But yeah, especially with Anna being so religious, believing in demons, believing then the demons need to be exorcised and perform exorcisms, it's that I just have to 100% believe that she is possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to not give away the plot. But yeah, I always find that's how you sort of can do it.
Yeah.
It's the truth behind it.
Yeah, I guess in terms of style, is the play quite a kind of, I'm not so much over the top, but, you know, like very wild, very out there. So
yeah, it's bonkers. The play's bonkers. The play's bonkers. Think exorcism, think stuff that happens during an exorcism, think crazy things that are very ambitious for a downstairs Belvoir show, but we're gonna do it.
It's so good. It's so, and when it gets like pulled, like it's
if the stuff we are doing is pulled off, like,
and
it's gonna be amazing.
And it's kind of like, I'm doing part time in 25A, I was just like, these characters are just fucked. Like, but it's just more, it's actually, if it's funny moments or outrageous moments, the more you just like totally believe that it's right or like play it like a drama, it works so much better.
Totally. And the way Mel's writing is so brilliant that it's so funny at times in these really like awful, graphic, violent moments. There's funny, there's humour as well, which is so hard to also grab your head around navigating that and playing that.
Yeah.
But we've also got a lot of time jumps in this play. Like it's not in consecutive order, chronological order. Sorry. Okay. So that's also really tricky to sort of navigate that. So in less sort of dramatic, I guess, moments, it's very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting part of the play as well. But yeah, it's bonkers. It's bonkers. Like it's definitely the most bonkers, hardest play I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
Which is, and the other day I was chatting with Matilda Ridgway, who's brilliant, absolutely brilliant in this show. And I was just sitting with her and I was like, this is the hardest thing you've ever done? She was like, oh yeah. And I was like, okay, great. It's interesting because I am just so overwhelmed.
Oh my God.
But it's great. It's brilliant.
And you've got such a good team as well. So
such a good team. Margaret's phenomenal. Yeah. Diego, who's doing our stunts as well. There's so much fight choreography. There's so much fight choreography in this play. Stunts? You said, you know, the stunt guy. Stunty.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was saying, I was like, wow, stunts as well. Like,
yeah. Oh my God.
Stuff.
Yeah. There's fighting. There's lots of fight stuff. So I think our fight call is like an hour before every show. There's so much of it. So
oh my God.
But it's brilliant. Like it's so clever. We had Harry. Harry was our magic consultant.
Oh wow. Yeah, I did see something about that. Yeah.
And Harry's brilliant. Like one of the best magicians in Australia. I think that he's gone to America to be a magician.
Wow.
And just having him on board to do a lot of like just the magic elements of it. Like, you know, we can't obviously physically hide certain things that are, you know, the setup of the magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We can't hide that because it's a tiny space and it's a theatre and it's real life. But just like how, like he's been great and like so valuable in teaching us how to navigate those things. Like, you know, like mapping hits and stuff like that. But like ways to do it. I've learned this thing called magician's guilt, which is where like if a magician is like trying to make you not see it, you'll look at it. Yeah. Whereas if you just do it and go on, people sort of forget you've even done it.
Yeah.
So little things like that have been amazing of getting this play.
Wow, really upskilling. It's like,
dude, I'm like coming out of this being like, I can do this now, I can do this, I'm a magician, I'm that. Yeah, like it's great.
Wow.
I think it'll be really brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
Did I answer the question? I just rambled about how good my show is.
But that's the point. Like that's what the whole prompt. It's just like ChatGPT makes the spark, and then we're gonna go from there. Great. So
just a conversation starter.
Exactly,
that's what they call it.
Exactly. And it's probably listening to us. So like the next thing gonna be like, become a magician.
Make me rich. Make me rich.
So ChatGPT, ask Alex how she got her start in her career.
Oh.
I love this one. Alex, you've built such an impressive career across theatre, TV, and film.
ChatGPT, flatter.
Can you tell us about how you first got your start in the industry and what that journey looked like for you?
How I first got my start in the industry. I was at high school in Perth and I auditioned for WAPA and I got in. So then I went and did the 3-year acting course at WAPA, the BA. It wasn't a BA then, which is great for my help debt, but also not great for doing masters.
Oh yeah.
But so I did that, and then I moved to Sydney straight away after that 3-year degree, which was sort of just what everyone does.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Did you go to WAPA?
No, I'm from Adelaide.
Oh, so yeah. Kind of like studied there, and then you came here. Yeah.
And I know Adelaide and Perth are very similar, is what I've been told.
Very similar. So did that, and then like I've worked a lot. I work as much as I can in Perth. I love working in Perth. I love being with my family. So I'll take any opportunity to work in Perth. But I just came over with more work here, and have since been here and there. Yeah, I sort of like will try and do like one Perth job a year if I'm lucky. But
it makes such a difference to be paid and not have to still like stay at home and like pay the rent.
But I actually love staying with my mum. Like it's that thing of like I'm happy to take a job in Perth and stay with my mum. Like if you sort out the rest, that's fine. You know,
exactly.
I don't mind that at all. But I did that, moved to Sydney, and then I was lucky. I did a lot of indie theatre for a long time. I'm still fucking doing it. Am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Yeah, of course.
So I did a lot of indie theatre, and then I was just lucky with some great TV things early on, and then just hustling, man. You just gotta hustle in the city.
How long in Sydney since you've been?
It's 10 years.
Yeah.
10
oh,
years
wow, 10
this
years.
year.
Oh,
yeah.
my God, wow.
Yeah, 10 years. So
Yeah.
it's been 10 years. So, yeah, like every now and then when I have like a what am I doing with my life day, I have to think like, oh, I have done quite a lot in 10 years. It's pretty good.
And it's something about it, like, I know having moved to Sydney, it's something about, like, the kind of process of it, like, just being in a city like Sydney, like, even
it's cool.
past from the arts
It's
and stuff,
cool.
it's just such a beautiful city.
There's a song in Muriel's Wedding, Laura Murphy wrote, that's like, when you get to Sydney, and every time I'm like, walk across the bridge or whatever, like I'm like, oh my God, it is like, it's Sydney.
It is. It's the Emerald City.
It is the Emerald City. It really is. So
and spaces like this at Belvoir and stuff, and it's like you can walk when you're rehearsing and stuff, and you see photos of like Kate Blanchett and all these people come through. And it's like it's such a
down the STC hill. But yeah, but Belvoir's been like an amazing champion of my career, especially Dom Mercer, who works here. Dom has been great at even from early on days when I first was here. It's great. It's people that like will get you in to do the readings, or will get you. It's just that like hustle culture of just doing all the little bitsy jobs that then actually inevitably do lead to more work. Like Dom got me in to do the table read, to do like a development about what costs, which then led to the role, which then toured for years, and we can't stop doing that play. So it's little things like that as well. Belvoir's been amazing at that. And, it was my first sort of Sydney main stage show. I've done Black Swan, but it was So Belvoir's been, and this show's so brilliant. Like some of the people in the show, you're like, wow, like we're all doing indie theatre.
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna be good. Okay, great. It's that work breeds work, right? Like the more you work, the more like people see you, and then you get the next thing and da 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 da. But also like it just makes you better.
Yeah.
The more, like I'm such a better actor than I was 5 years ago from all the work I've done.
Exactly.
Like it's just it breeds better actors the more you do indie unpaid things.
BT, ask Alex a funny question.
A funny question? Does it require a funny answer?
Well, I hope so.
All right. I'll do my best.
Alex, if you had to survive a horror movie with any of your past stage characters, it's definitely listening to all the stage
It was. It's listening.
Which one would you choose as your partner?
Past stage characters. So it has to be stage characters. So I've done a few film characters where I held guns and I'm like, so I'd choose them, but no, it's one stage. I played Grusha at Black Swan from the Caucasian Chalk Circle, and she's a pretty fighter. She'd survive.
We did that at
Absolutely.
Thomas, I remember talking about good to play.
Brecht is, one of the best. She'd survive. Look, Anna, no spoilers, but she'd do all right.
Yeah.
In this one. Ooh.
Interesting.
I feel like a lot of my characters I play are annoying. So we'll probably, dramaturgically be killed off with the first to go. But I'd have a fabulous death, I'd be like Paris Hilton in House of Wax. Yeah. But
one of them.
maybe even this chick, maybe even Anna. Anna would probably...
We'll have to see. We'll have to see her survival skills.
Yeah.
Cool. ChatGPT, give us a scene from a movie or a pop culture moment or a music video clip that is related to Furious Mattress that we can watch and react to. Let's see what
I bet you $100 it's The Exorcist.
I was going to say that. Oh! A great scene to watch is The Exorcism theme from The Exorcism.
Also, a brilliant film based on a German chick based on a German woman. I shouldn't say based on a German woman. I think her name... I literally have been reading, but her name's not, in real life it wasn't Emily Rose, but it's basically that true story. And she died. They let her die.
Wow.
Her family let her die.
What?
You should watch the crab walk scene from The Exorcist. Let's speak ChatGPT and I'll find you something better. Right, crab walk scene Exorcist.
Yeah. I always think of The Exorcist. Have you ever watched any of the scary movies? Like the parody movies?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
The Exorcist and that is so funny.
Actress that does her voice as the demon.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently was just ripping diaries and like smoking billies while she was recording it. And I'm like, what a queen. So all those all the demon voices. It's just like 50-year-old chick, probably older, ripping bongs the whole day. I'm smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So but I'm sure that was involved as well.
Oh my God. I'm like, how do they do that back then?
So I know this because it's in our play.
Yeah.
That is edited. In the original, she does it more da 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 da, and then goes bleh, and all this vomit comes out of her mouth. But they actually cut it for cinemas because they thought it was too hectic.
Oh,
which I'm like, oh my God, there's way more hectic stuff in the film. But
Yeah.
maybe at the time or whatever, I don't know what was happening in the 70s. I wasn't alive. But they cut it, and that's the edited version that was on cinemas. Like, you know how she like turns around and but in the original it's way more like, and all this vomit comes out of her mouth and stuff. I know that because it's a reference in the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you do that?
No, but I think I should now.
Yeah, no, you should.
I'm going to be doing my bend backs when I get home.
Do some yoga, do all that.
Oh my God, none of us stay here any longer. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a bend back in the show.
Oh.
I've just decided. Right then,
exactly.
come and see it.
That's good. It's my turn to ask you a question.
Oh, great. So not ChatGPT.
No, this is a human question.
Oh God, thank God.
So I tend to, because this podcast is all about interviewing kind of like local artists, and especially what you were saying about your start in kind of indie theatre and how that's led to main stage and film and stuff. I guess like in your career since leaving Whopper, what do you think it is about like the hardest thing about building like the credits that you do have? And what do you think the Sydney arts industry in general could do just to make this kind of easier for future artists who want to come through?
Oh, that's a really good question, Jack. Like I said before, it's like the hustle, and it's doing the jobs the little jobs, like doing the reading, doing like film and TV casting agents used to do this more for self tapes. They don't do it so much. I mean, callbacks definitely. Yeah. But they'll often be an actor and they're doing the reading as well. And you get you get the great opportunity of seeing everyone that comes in, and also working with the casting agent for the day, working with often the director would be in the room as well. Like it builds up connections, and if you're good and you give good, a good read, and also like you're just nice to be around. Like people just want to work with nice people, really.
That's what Kate Blanchett used to do. She was like, my first thing out of drama school was being a reader for
Be a reader. Do the developments, if Belvoir asked you to come and like do it, like even just like a couple of hours, like workshopping a new play, do it. Yeah. I did it. It got me a show. Yeah. Like little things like that are so helpful. Helping mates out with tapes, like we all hate doing it. Like, well, I mean, I actually like doing it, but like, you're not getting paid for it, but like it's great. You often like can learn a lot. You get to work. You get to act for a day. Yeah. Like half the thing I think, like when you leave drama school, is what I took for granted at least was doing so many shows and so many acting opportunities to act. You're doing like classes in the morning, and then you do rehearsals for a show at night, and or in the afternoon, and then you do the shows whenever they are on and stuff, and you're just constantly doing acting. Yeah. And then you leave, and like you can go months with like just working your fucking cafe job or whatever. Yeah. And I feel like that's so that like even just little opportunities to keep acting, like go to an acting class, go, like some of them are very expensive, but if you can do them, or even just get with your mates and read a play, like just stuff like that. I find like the people that are working still are people that work all the time. Like if you just keep your skills up, you'll get better, you'll work more. Yeah. And then when the opportunities do come, like you get a tape that's actually for something, you'll be really good at it because you've done so much practice. Exactly. It's just that, I think.
And did you find coming from like a different city from Sydney, you kind of had to be a bit more proactive in like
100%. I've even spoken to some NIDA friends about this who are around the same time as I went to drama school, and they were like, like we just had like meetings with all these people like in third year and stuff, and I was like, far out. It took me like 4 years to get those meetings. I had to hustle. No one cared who I was. Yeah.
And also other people, and it's so funny because I didn't go to NIDA and stuff, but I've met kind of a lot of people who've come out at the same time, and just like you end up working with them as well. But you end up working with they already automatically knew each other.
My favourite quote is "Cream rises to the top," and it's a great one to remember. Like the people that come out of drama school, like people listening to this that are coming out of drama school or just recently out or whatever, like people that keep getting all the work. Like I'm not saying that they're not good, because some of them are probably brilliant. But cream does rise to the top. So sometimes like someone will book something really great straight away because they look like the person, or they're this, or they're like whatever. But then it's really funny to see in 10 years' time the trajectory of those people. Like, if you are good, you will, and you want to keep doing it. It's also a matter of, like, I know some brilliant actors that I went to drama school with that were like amazing, maybe even better than me. And they don't act anymore because they just were like, not for me. Yeah. So that's also fine as well. But if you're hustling and you want to keep doing it, and you've just got to put up with lots of periods of not working. Yeah, and which is hard. That's when you go, maybe I should have done something else in my life. But and the work always comes.
And because so much about it, we talk about it being kind of luck, but it's like everyone kind of gets lucky that people. The reason you should stay in it for so long is that like you don't want to quit before you do get lucky for that.
Totally, kind of thing. It's the luck thing is definitely a part of it. And also just like, there are so many actors in this town. Like, it's that thing of like, be good, be amazing, like learn your lines, rock up early.
Be nice to work with.
Be nice to work with, and like, you'll keep working. Like, people at the end of the day, like, I was watching a few interviews from the SNL 50 that just came out, and most of them all said, yeah, of course I cast my mates.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I want my like 9-month film shoot to be with the funniest people I know? Like, and who are my friends? Like, you go, of course you want to work with people that you love.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I get that as well.
Yeah. So this is now your turn to ask ChatGPT a question.
I can ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Do
you want to type something in? See
what?
Like,
I can ask it anything I'd like.
anything.
This is where someone really wholesome would be like, will I be happy?
Yeah.
And I'm going to write, will Susie give us 5 stars?
Oh.
That depends. Does Susie scare easily?
Oh.
Or does she love a bit of eerie psychological drama? If she's into thought-provoking, unsettling theatre with a dark edge, she might just hand over those 5 stars.
I feel like Susie would dig it.
Well, I always look at Susie's Facebook to work out when the full moon is.
Oh, really? Wait, what do you mean? Like,
just follow.
Interesting. Right, okay, and then to close out, this is our last thing. I am just going to do a little rapid fire round of questions.
Good, great.
So
it's good.
So
I need rapid fire in my life.
Weirdest thing you have to do for an audition?
Weirdest thing I've had to do for an audition.
Commercials in Australia are really weird.
Oh, commercials, yeah, for sure. Commercials, you're like, I remember once I like sat down, like a friend was coming over and I was like, can you just quickly help me with an ad before we like hang out? And I got down and I like hopped in the car and started doing this and just went, actually, let's get a wine. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. Like, I'll just let me keep a little bit of like dignity before I have to hang out with you.
But I've had like people, like friends from overseas be like, your commercials here are just odd. Like, they're just weird. Like,
I've done a lot of odd, like, where you like, I mean, I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl that was like, this is a legit audition. She's like a mermaid. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, some of the audition stuff for ads is crazy.
So funny.
No, I mean, I've definitely, like, for The Royal Hotel, which was a film I did a couple of years ago, there was in the film, I actually did have to, like, flash my tits on a bar full of 100 extras, which was a great day. It actually was, actually. But the audition scene had that in it, but the casting had very boldly specified, please don't actually flash us in this audition. So it's that thing of like, I think a lot of casting agents are pretty good at making you not have to do the crazy stuff. Yeah. Until you have to do it.
Because they would have seen so much stuff. Like, people
so much
take a wild risk.
Some of the stories I've heard, you're just like, there are some interesting people in the world. Yeah. All right. No, ads probably all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And then lastly, why should people come and see Furious Mattress?
Oh my God, people should come and see Furious Mattress because it's a brilliant exploration of an exorcism that borders the line of like violence, but then it's very supernatural. It's like this. The realism of the show is huge. It's just bonkers. The way I can say it is, it's just bonkers. Yeah. Like, everyone is doing stuff that's like insanely good. The acting is amazing. It's such a brilliant play. Mel Reeves has written this play that I reckon it should have won awards. Like, it's a brilliant play. The team are amazing. The fights are amazing. It's just a really. Like, disclaimer that there's a lot of trigger warnings, and it's also very dark and heartbreaking at times. But I think for like a 2-hour play with a quick interval, it'll blow your mind. And I'm very excited. It's the hardest play I've ever done, and that's why you should come see it, because I'm really grappling with my own abilities. So please come and see it so that I know that I'm doing something right.
No, I'm sure you'll be great.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be brilliant. Yeah. And Margaret's amazing, and everyone on the team is amazing. And yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much for coming on. But before I'll have someone else to say goodbye to you as well.
Okay.
Say goodbye. Let's see what it says.
Alex, you can read it?
Alex, this has been an absolute blast. Thanks for sharing your insights, your humour, and your Bunnings exorcism survival plan. We can't wait to see you bring Anna to life in Furious Mattress. Best of luck with the Sydney premiere. Break a leg.
Thank you, ChatGPT. I really appreciate it.
Perfect.
See, no wonder people like in the movie Her and stuff. No wonder people like go.
I know.
It's talking to me.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you going to come see the show?
Yeah, 100%.
You better.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.